Heareth ye, heareth ye. Welcome to the Brookings High School Bell Auditorium for the production of Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare. We ask that yon thee priest refrain from eating and drinking in the auditorium. As a courtesy to others around thee, priest refrain from using thy cellular devices. Flash photography is not permitted in the auditorium. Thank you, thee. And on priest, sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What's Illyria? She's not drowned.
First thing you saved.
That's me.
I got a good chance. You and the front saved have an Ireland boat. I see your was caught into peril. Myself, so I can't what's that. Something in space, don't
For saying the gold. I believe it before I speak served with authority like them. About this country.
I was born, I was traveled this great place. I told you what name I
The name?
Or Sina.
Sina. I thought she people. Is that so then?
What's not? Oh, great. Well, I don't go. I can't push my work. Let's love. Okay, Bolivia.
What's she?
A virgin. The daughter who died so long to the protection of his son. For love, first sight, company of man.
Oh, but I think it's not around the world. It's fair behavior. I like to view all solution. Yes, I would not answer. It's fair. No, what I am made such as honey shall come to my end. That represents, we can say, the eunuch. I mean, I think it's a very good service. But the same I will commit. Please, my.
Use it, and you're entirely shut my eyes.
Then come.
If you people play, yes, and so that's right. I always came here like somebody's a puppet on ceiling you. But enough. No more. To love me fresh. Let's you see not enter. What so were? No maintenance in us. Real. What? Do I have? I see a little desires like a lamb. No, it's right.
Please, my lord, I did it. Can you return this? The elephant tells them to teach how to you. But Floyd's first shoe and water on secretary for hiding. All these
She had that kind of taste of her she loved. When the rat killed off all the men, great our thrones are so personal. Love thoughts like
When did I see these so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see Canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than an infant or an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question?
And I'll forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What is forbidden in the world? I'd sometimes slay master revels altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As any man in Illyria whatsoever he be under the degree of my betters. It will not compare with an old man.
What is thy strength in thy galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it?
And I have the back trick as strong as any man in Illyria has.
Wherefore are these things hidden? Wherefore have these things a curtain upon them? Are they to gather dust like Mistress Mall's picture? Why, I would not but go to church in a Caronto and return in a galliard. Why, my very dance should be a jig. Oh, I would not but make water in a syncopace. What do you mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I should think that by the excellent excellent constitution of thy leg, that it should be formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and a difference well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? For were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus. That's sides and hearts!
Nay, sir, it's legs and thighs. Let me see the caper. Ha! Higher! Ha ha! Excellent! Ah.
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence if you call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconsistent, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank thee. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario, ho?
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
Stand you a while aloof, Cesario. Thou knowest no less but all. I have enclassed to thee the book of even my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors, and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
My noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrows as did spoke, she'll never admit me.
Oh, be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, what then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become me well to act my woes. She'll attend it much better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and radius. Thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all assemblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Your barful smile, where I would, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence. Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors. Ain't that good? He shall see none to fear. A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of. I fear no colors. Where, good Mistress Mary? In the wars. And may you be bold to say it fooling. Well, God give them wisdom that have it. And those who are fools, let them use their talents. Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you? Many a good hanging prevented a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out. You are resolute then.
Not so neither, bud. We are resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your Gaskins fall.
Apt in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby were to leave drinking, thou wert as pretty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue. No more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You are best.
Let yet be thy will put me into good clothing.
Those wits that think they have thee do oft prove fools. And I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Cornabus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fools away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're dry fools. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
True faults, good Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool a drink, and the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself, if he meant no longer dishonest. And if he cannot, let the botcher mend him.
Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If then this simple syllogism will do, so. If it will not, what remedy?
As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take away the lady.
Ladies, I bade them take you away.
Misprison to the highest degree, lady. Cacalcus non facet monicum. That's as much to say, I wear not multi in my brain. Good Madonna, give us leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna!
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
For want of other idleness, abide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fools, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven. Fool.
The more fool, good Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of these fools, Malvolio? Doth they not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake them. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, speedy infirmity for the better increase in your folly. Sir Toby Belcher be sworn that we are no foxes, but he won't pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such barren rascals. I saw them the other day put down with an ordinary fool with no more brain than a stone. Look you now, already their guard is down. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to them, they are gagged. I protest these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in a loud fool, though she do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now, Mercury, and do thee with reason, for thou speakest well of fools. Madam, there is a gaiety young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I'm sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, ladies, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Good Madonna, thou hast spoken for us as if thine eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove crammed with brains.
For, here he comes, one of thy kin is the most weak by a mater.
By mine honor! Half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Oh, try this pickled herring. Ow now, sons!
Good Sir Toby! Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery! I defy lechery! There's one at the gate!
I marry, what is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. It's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fools?
Like a drowned man, a fool and a madman.
draught above the heat makes him a fool. A second mags him, and a third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner, and let him sit on my cause. For he's in the third degree of drink. He's drowned. Go now, look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fools shall look to the madman.
Madam, young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick, and he seems to take it upon himself to understand as much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep, and he seems to have had foreknowledge of that as well. What am I to do, my lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He has been told so, but he will stand at your door like a sheriff at his post, or be supporter to a bench, but he will speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Well, he is not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash 'tis before a peascod, or a cooling 'tis before an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between both boy and man. He is very highly favored, and speaks very shrewishly, but one would wonder if his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Come, bring me my veil. Throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
Honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if you be the lady of the house, for I never saw her, and I would be loath to cast away with my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, it took great pains to con it. Good beauteous, let me sustain no scorn. I am very compatible, even to please sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than that I have studied, and not much is out of my part. Are you the lady of the house?
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and by the very fangs of malice I swear, I'm not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain that if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is for my commission. I will honor my message and show you the heart of it.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, it took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of mood with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good lady, I'm here to hold a little longer, some mollification for your giant sweet lady.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as fond of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. In the others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We shall hear this. Divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Dear lady,
A most comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
in Orsino's bosom,
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
to answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good lady, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? Now, sir, you are out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, Such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
'Tis excellently well done, if God did all.
'Tis in great, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
It's nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruellest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave, and leave the world no copy.
Oh, I will not be so hard-hearted. I'll give out divers schedules of my beauty, and every particle and utensil shall be inventoried to my will, as item. 2 lips in different red, 2 gray eyes with lids to them, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are a fair one. My lord and master loves you. His love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned with the non-peril of all beauty.
How does he love me?
With adoration, fertile tears, groans that thunder love, and sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet, suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, and in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. Yet, I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's place, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul from within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of air cry out, Olivia. You should not rest between the elements of Erener, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I'm a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Very well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post lady. Keep your purse. My master, not I, has love that could be but recompensed. Love make his heart a flint, that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. Hell be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions and spirit, do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections, with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or no, tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I'm not for him. Would that the youth would come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hide, Malvolio!
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what. I fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love, to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a daughter, both born within an hour. If heaven had been so pleased, so would we have ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you pulled me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir. Though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that. But thus I will still boldly publish her name. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned now, sir, with salt water. It seems I drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir. You're bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me my troubles.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
You will not undo what you have done. That is, kill whom you have recovered. Desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manor of my mother, that upon the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
May the gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, so I very shortly see thee there. Oh, but come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I've since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. And she adds, moreover, that you put your lord in a desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring from me, all none of it.
Come, sir, it was you who peevishly threw it to her. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
What means this lady? I sent no ring to her. Fortune forbid my outsides hath not fooled her. She did make good view of me, so much so that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites in me, this churlish messenger. But none of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man, if it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such as we be. Well, how will this fetch? My master, well, he loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, bond as much on him. And Olivia, mistakenly, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am a man, my state is desperate for my master's love. But as I were a woman, now, alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is far too great a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be a bed after midnight is to be a bedtime. For diliculo Sir thou knowest.
Nay, my troth, I know not. But I know, to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. For to be up after midnight and to go to bed then, it is early. And then to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does our life not consist of the four elements?
Faith, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Ah, very scholar. Therefore, let us eat and drink. You, I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fools of faith.
How now, my hearts, did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, asses.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I'd rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast in very gracious schooling last night, when thou spokest of Pigramodius to the Bathings, passing the equinoctial up to bus. 'Twas very good of thee. I sent thee 6 pence for thy layment. Hast it?
I did Empedicus thy gratuity, for Malvolio's nose is no whipstock.
My lady has a white hand, and the meridians are no vital alehouses.
Excellent. Why, this is the best kind of fooling when all is done. Now a song.
Yes, let's have a song. There's a 6 pence in it for you.
And there's a Trenzel of me too, if one
Would
night...
you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh.
Mistress mine, where art thou roaming? Stay and hear thy true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys end in lovers meeting. Youth's a stuff 'twill not endure. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff 'twill not endure.
A mellifluous voice, as I am true knight.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious, O faith.
To hear by the nose, it is a dulcet contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it. I am a dog at a catch.
Thy lady and some dogs catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good, O faith. Come, begin. Catch song.
What a caterwauling do you keep here?
here.
If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Ah, my lady's a Acacian. Ah, we are politicians. Malvolio's a Pegaramsey, and 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood, Tilly Valley lady? There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady.
Beshrew me. The knight's an admirable fooling.
He does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December.
God, peace.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, nor manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house, and squeak ye cloisters catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Have you no respect for place, nor persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. The Lady Maria and the Lady Olivia bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, then you are more than welcome at this house. But if not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is more than willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby, his eyes do show his days are almost done.
Is even so.
But I will never part.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go? And spare not.
Oh, no, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, ye lie. Dost thou think that thou art virtuous? There should be no more cakes in him.
Yes,
Art
my
thou
saint.
not but a servant?
And ginger be hot of the mouth, too.
Thou to the right. Go, rub your chin with crumbs. Oh, Maria, a stoop of wine?
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
For as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him in the field, and then to break promise, and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll make thee a challenge. Or deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the council is today with thy lady, she is much unquiet.
For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him into a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he's kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog!
What for? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough! Ooh.
The devil of Puritan that he is, or anything constantly.
Aye, he is a great time pleaser, an affectioned ass that constate without book and utters it by great swords, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed, as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. It is in this vice in him that my revenge shall find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the manner of his gait, the shape of his leg, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated.
I can write very like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Oh,
Excellent! Ha ha ha! I smell a device!
I have it in my nose too.
He should think that, by the letter, thou wilt drop him, that it is from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
my purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse will now make him an ass.
Ass I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable!
Sport royal, I warrant you. I will play you two, and let the fools make a third, wherein they shall find the letter. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
For me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. Oh, what of that?
I was adored once too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou must needs send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a fool. Way out.
Thou must needs send for more money, knight. And if she not be yours at the end, call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Let's go burn some slack, for it is too late to go to bed now. Hi, come, knight. Come, knight.
Give me some music, friends. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario. That song, that old antique song that we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, what one verse?
Stop. They are not here so much your lordship can sing it.
Who was it?
The jesters, my lord. Fools that the late Lady Olivia's father took much pleasure in. They are about the house.
Seek them out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt be, and the sweet pangs of it remembers me. For such I am as all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, excepting the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives very echo to the seat where love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed across some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor,
What kind of womanist?
of your complexion,
She is not worth thee, then. What years, I think?
about your years, my
Oh,
lord.
too old, by heaven! Let still a woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him. So sways she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, and sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or the affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas that they are so, to die when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario, it is old and plain. The spinsters and knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bone do use to chant. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee sing.
A concert scene, if you will.
and in insect cypress let me be laid. Fly, fly, fly away, breath. I'm slain by a fair cuckoo. A thousand sighs to say, lay me. With sad true lover, never find my grave. To weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir!
I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Aye, sir, and pleasure will be paid.
One time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy God protect thee, and may the tailor make thy doublets of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is very opal.
I would have men of such consistency put to sea that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere. For that's that always makes a good voyage with nothing. Farewell!
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands, but the beauty that nature pranks her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must say that some woman, as perhaps there is, hath for your love a great pang of heart, as you have for the Lady Olivia. You cannot love her, and you tell her so. Must not she then be answered?
There is no woman's sighs can bide the beating of such strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In love there's true of heart to speak. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps. Were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damaged cheek. She pined with the green and yellow melancholy, and sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men say more and swear more, but still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But are you all the daughters of your father's house?
Aye, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Tell her my love can give no place, bide no denay.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Ha! Come thy ways, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not like to see a miserly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
How would exalt me? You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we'll fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
Slight. It is stingy of our lives.
Oh, how now, my medal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been young yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour.
Observe him for the love of mockery. I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close and then jesting.
Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
"'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she holds me in a more exalted regard than anyone else who follows her. But what should I think on it?"
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Ha! See how he jets under advanced plumes.
Slight. I can so beat the rogue.
Ah, peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace, peace.
There is some example for this. The Lady of Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Oh, fie on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace. Ha! Now he's deeply in. See how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping,
Fire and brimstone.
Oh, peace, peace.
and to have the humor of state, after their demure travel of regard, telling them that I know my place as well as they should know theirs.
Bolts and shackles.
Oh, peace, peace. Now.
And then, for my kinsman Toby, several of my people set out for him with an obedient start, and I frowned the while, or perchance wind up to watch or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches there, curtsies to me.
Shall this fellow?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby give you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, my kinsman Toby, my fortunes having cast me upon Olivia, grant me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Stay patient, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with that foolish knight.
That's me, oh, weren't you?
One Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew it was I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Ha ha ha. Now is the woodcock near the gin.
And the spirit of intimate reading aloud to me.
By my life, this be my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, her T's. And that she does make her excellent P's.
Her C's? Her U's? Her T's? Why is that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases, by your leave wax, soft lucree with which she uses to seal, 'tis my lady, but to whom should this be?
Ha ha ha. This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. But what follows? The numbers altered, no man must know. What if this man should be thee, Malvolio?
Married, hang thee, Brock.
I command where I adore, but silence like a lucree knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. MOAI doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
excellent wench, say I.
MOAI doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
And with what the standard checks at it.
I command where I adore. She does command me. I do serve her. She is my lady. This is evident to any formal capacity. But what should that alphabetical position portend? MOAI. If I could make that resemble something in me.
Oh, aye, now he's at a cold scent.
Oh, thus out our quiet want for all, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio. Why, M begins my name.
Did not I say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But there is no consonancy in the sequel. It suffers under the probation A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye. And if you had an eye behind you, you might realize there's more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
MOAI. This simulation is not as the former, but to crush this a little, it would bow to me. For every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand revolve, in my stars I am above thee. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Boo!
Thy fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember, go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne knows not. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance and be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every one of these lines excites to the fact that my lady loves me, and with these she manifests herself to my love, and with her injunctions drives me to habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee, I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have of me.
Oh, I would not give my part in this for a pension of thousands from the Sophie.
Why, I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry of her, yet such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Oh, here comes my noble goal catcher.
Will thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or am I either?
Shall I play my freedom at traitor and become thy bond slave?
The thief, or I either? Ow!
Nay, but say true. Does it work on him?
Like Aquavita with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruit of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile at her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but put him into a notable consumption. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, and thy music. Dost thou live by the tavern?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchwoman?
No such matter, sir. For she do live at her house, and her house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayst say, a king dwells near a beggar, if a beggar lies near him, or a church stands by thy tavern, if thy tavern stands by the church.
Thou hast said so, sir. My, to see this age. A sentence is but a shuffle glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side might be turned outwards.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, lady?
Why, her name is a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But indeed, words are very rascals, since bonds disgrace them.
Thy reason, lady.
Troth, sir, I can use you none without words, and words are grown so false, I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry lady and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. That is, if I would take my caring and make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fools?
No, indeed, sir, the Lady Olivia holds no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married.
For fools are to husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed, we are indeed, not her fools, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fools should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, I'll no more of thee. Hold. Here's expenses for thee.
Now, Joe, when his next commodity of hair, send me a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell you, I'm almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a Cressida to this chorus.
I understand you, lady. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging is but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar.
Our lady is within, sir. I will construe them whence you came. Who you are and what you are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
These ladies are wise enough to play the fools, and to do that well craves a sort of wit. They must observe the quality of the persons and the time, and like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before their eye. This is a practice, as full of labor as a wise man's art. But wise men that he shows us fit. Wise men, folly fallen, right to taint their wit.
Save thee, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
What have got, monsieur?
Vous votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece's desires you should enter, if your business be with her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. She is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to use.
My legs do but understand me, sir. Then I understand what you mean by bidding me to taste them?
I mean, to go, sir. To enter.
I would answer you at gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent and accomplished lady, heaven reigns outdoors on you.
That used to wear quarter, reign O'Dear as well.
I have no matter to discuss your most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
O'Dear's? Pregnant. Vouchsafe? I'll get them, all three, already!
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since slowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, you.
Aye, and she is yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. Would that his thoughts were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle interests on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you. I bid you never speak again of him. But, were you to undertake another suit, I'd rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
give me leave, I beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit to force that on you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not already set mine honor at the stake, and bait it with your unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart might think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise, for it's vulgar proof that very often we be enemies.
Well then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. But, if one is to be prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me this waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit in youth is come time to harvest, your words are like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing to my master by me?
Stay, I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
I think so. I think the same of you.
Then you are right. I'm not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it were, but for now I'm your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows itself not more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that, maugre all thy pride, wit nor reason, can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause. But rather reason thus, with reason better. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By my innocence, I swear to you, and by my youth, I have one bosom, one heart, and one truth, and that is, no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Never more will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors, to like his love.
No faith. I'll say it. Jump longer!
Thy reason, dear Ben,
get thy reason.
Must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count Surreyman than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
Oh.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate under the basis of oaths and reason.
For they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awaken your divorced valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent new jests, fired with the nument, you should have then banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked at your hand, and then but for the double guilt of this opportunity, you let time wash off, and now you are sailing north in my lady's opinion, for you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you redeem yourself with some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
It must be with valor, for policy I hate. I as lief be a brownist as a politician.
Then build me thy fortunes upon basis of valor. Aha! Challenge me the Duke's youth to a fight. Hurt him in 11 places you shall. My niece will take note of it, for there is no love broker in commendation with woman of man than there is report of valor.
11.
Oh.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand, be cursed to you. It is no matter how witty. So it be eloquent in fun of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou voust him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. For as many lies as will lie in that sheet of paper, though it be big enough for the bed of ware in Scotland, set him down, go about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been good to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, indeed. But you shall not deliver it?
Never trust me, then. As for the youth, by all means, stir him on to an answer. For I think oxen and reiners cannot hail them together. And, Sir Andrew, if you find as much blood on him as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And opposite, his youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look where the youngest wren of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen, and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon gull Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can believe such impossible passages of grossness.
He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, like a pendant that keeps a school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You have never seen such a sight as it is.
I can hardly forbear hurling things at him.
I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I was not by my will have troubled you, but since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
Oh, I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. and not all love to see you, though so much as would have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy might befall your travel, being skillless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer give but thanks. And thanks, and ever oft, are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But were my worth as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go to see your lodging.
I am not tired, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of wonder that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me, sir? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in his true plight, against the count and his galleys, I did some service, with such note indeed, that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people.
This offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet whilst you beguile your time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eyes shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase. In your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is more often bought than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He's sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some garter. I mean, guard about you. Can he come?
Fetch him off. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio!
Sweet lady, ho ho.
Smilest thou? I sent upon thee for a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of it? If it please the eye of one, it is with me. The very true sonnet is, please one, and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to these hands, and command shall be executed. I do think we know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
Yes, at your request, nightingales answer daws.
Why do you appear with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Well, some are born great,
Ha!
some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stockings.
and wished to see the cross garter.
Cross-gartered.
Go forth, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a steward still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count of Stanos has returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He tends your ladyship's pleasures.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half my dowry.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse a man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with her letter. She sends him to me on purpose, so that I may appear stubborn with him. For she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself in the trick of singularity, and consequently puts forth in a manner how, as a sad face, a reverent carriage, the habit of some sir of note, and so forth. I have limed her, but it is Job's doing, not mine, and to him I should be thankful. And when she left just now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Yes, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous nor unsafe circumstance can be said. Why, nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Job, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Where is he? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell and Legion himself possess him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is, here he is. How is with you, sir? How is with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my peace. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady, prays you to have a care of him.
Oh, does she now?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone with him. How now, Malvolio? How is't with you? What man? Defy the devil? Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
You know what you say.
Lay you when you speak ill of the devil. Oh, how he takes that heart.
Ha ha ha.
Pray he do not bewitch.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Mary, it shall be done tomorrow morning, if I live. My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see you move him? This is not the way. Let me alone with him.
Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Ha ha ho. Why, how now, my bucket? How dost thou chuck?
Sir.
I biddy, come with me. 'Tis to play with gravity, a cherry pit, with Satan. Hang him, thou collier.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx.
No, I warrant you, you will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
Oh, if this were played upon a stage, I could condemn it as improbable fiction.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be quieter.
Come now, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad. Therefore, we'll carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him, at which point we will bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. Ha ha. Oh, but see!
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Ward, there's vinegar and pepper in it.
It's so saucy.
Aye, it. I warn you, do but read.
Give me. Oh. Youth whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I did call thee so. For I will show thee no reason for it. For I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and exceedingly good sense, less.
I will waylay thee going home, where, if it be thy chance to kill me, thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Good.
Oh. Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Ogteek. If this letter not move him, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is even now in some commerce with your niece, and will by and by depart.
Ah. Go, scout for me the youth at the orchard end, like a bum bailey. If ever thou seest him, draw! And as thou seest him, and as thou drawest, swear horrible, for it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath, with a swaggering accent, sharply twanged off, gives thy manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Oh, now will I not give this letter to thee? For he is of good stature. His employment between his duke and my niece says so much. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, you will find comes from a clodhole. Ha! But I will deliver the challenge by word of mouth, and set upon Ogteek a notable report of valor, where it will drive the youth to such an opinion of his massive strength, fury, wrath, and impetuosity, that they will kill each other by the look like cockatrices. Ha ha!
Oh, here he comes with your niece. Make way until they take leave, and presently after.
I will meditate the while on some horrible message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine arm too unchary out. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong potent fault it is, that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears, goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? The honor saved me upon asking, give.
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor can I give that to him, which I have already given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir?
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter awaits thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be yar in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You are mistaken, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise. Therefore, betake you to your guard. For thy opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish any man withal.
I pray you, what is he?
He is knight, tugged with rapier on carpet consideration. But he is devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3. Oh, and his incensement is now so implacable that it cannot come but by pen of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word. Give it or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I've heard of some men who put quarrels purposefully on others to taste their own valor. Belike this man of that court.
Nay, sir, for he derives his incensement out of a very competent injury. Back you shall not to the house. Therefore on. Or strip your sword stark naked. Meddle you must, that's certain. Or forswear to wear iron about you.
This is as uncivil as it is strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know the man what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence and nothing of my intention.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay with this man the while till I return.
Do you know of this matter?
I know that the knight is incensed against you, even to mortal abridgment. Oh, but nothing more of the matter.
What manner of man is he?
Oh, nothing of that wonderful promise to find him in his true form. You will indeed find proof of his valor. He is the most skillful, bloody, and faithful opposite in all of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I can make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that rather goes Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I have not seen such a virago. He gives me such a horrible stuck. Oh, and on the answer, why, he returns it as surely as thy feet hit the ground they step on. They say he's been offensive to the Sophie.
But, son, I'll not meddle with him.
You say so, but Senior Fabian can scarcely hold him yonder.
Hang on, and I thought he had been so valiant cutting in fence. I'd have seen him Daniel Dallard challenge him. Let him let the matter slip. I'll give him my horse and a caplet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here, make a good show on it. This will end without the perdition of souls. Marry, I'll ride your horse just as well as I ride you. Signor Fabian, well, I have his horse to take up the challenge. I've convinced him the youth's a devil.
Oh, yes, that's horribly conceited of him. He pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There is no remedy. Oh, he now finds that his incensement is no longer worth talking of. Therefore, draw, for he has promised me, as he is true knight, that he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. What would make me tell them how much I lack of a man?
Give ground if you see him furious.
Oh, Sir Andrew, there is no remedy. He will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. Oh, therefore, draw, for he has assured me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not hurt you. Come on, to it!
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, sir, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman hath done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love, he dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, sir, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold up! Here come the officers!
Pray you, sir, put
How
up your
do
sword.
you know?
I will, sir, and for that I promise you he'll brave easily and make 12.
This is the man to do thy office. Antonio, I arrest thee into Carcino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir. No jot. I know your favor well, though you no sea cap on your head. Wait, he knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money? For the fair kindness that you've shown me today, and in part being prompted by your present circumstance. As my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much, so I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, here's half my copper.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts too can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
What kindnesses, sir? I know of none, nor do I know you by any voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, babbling, drunkenness, or any other vice that taints our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us, sir? The time goes by. Away!
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast Sebastian done good feature shame. In nature, there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, if the beauteous evil are empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
He grows mad. Away with him. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words from such passion fly, that he believes himself, so do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh prove true, that I, dear brother, have been taken for you.
Come hither, knight, come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper or a couplet or two of most sage songs.
He named Sebastian, I my brother know. Even living in thy glass such and so, in favor was my brother. He came in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Well, if it prove true, then him 'tis kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. For his dishonesty, do not but look at how, he leaves his friend here indeed. And for his cowardice, do not but ask Fabian.
Oh, a coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slip. After again? And beat him!
Do so, cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money on it, 'twill be nothing yet.
We will now be having a 15-minute intermission, and the thespian raffle winners will be drawn shortly.
us believe that we are not sent for you.
Go to. Thou art foolish woman.
Well held out to faith.
No, I do not know you. Nor are we not sent to you by Our Lady to bid you go speak with her.
Nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither.
Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowst not me.
Vent thy folly. Is her that phrase of some great man, and now flies to fools?
Vent my folly. I'm afraid this great lover, the world, will prove thee a cockney.
I prithee, ungird thy strangeness, and tell us what we shall vent to Our Lady.
Shall we vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greeks, depart from me at once. There's money for thee. If thou tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand! These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report. After 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you!
Why, there's for you! And there! And there! Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw thy dagger at that house.
This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be inside your ghost for 2 pence.
Come on, hold, sir.
Nay, let him alone. I'll find another way to work with him. I have an action of battery against him. And if there be any law in Lyria, though I struck first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hands.
Come on, I'll let you leave now. Come on, you are welcome.
I will be what was I now. If thou darest tempt me further, draw your what?
Nay, that's do.
Oh, monkey, oh, gracious wretch, because the voice, rich, out of my be not of my dear Cesario. I greet you, gentlemen, like myself. I pray in uncivil days. Go with me to house, and your daughter, how this Francis Ryan hath watched up. I may smile at this. After you go, you just saw me. He saw indeed.
What was this? How long is this dream, or else this is a dream? I fancy my senses.
Nay, come. I pray without sibling.
Madam,
Say so be.
Nay, please, and I will deny myself. But first that is the
Nor enough, be thought good student. I did say, to man, he was well taken.
the competitors there.
God save thee, Master Arson.
Bona fide, to quote the old hermit of Prague, never something, but you very wittingly said when you leave Gorman. That is it, and I think my pardon, and I said, what that's what that, and what is.
To him, sir.
What, oh, I peace in this prison.
Sir, don't miss the cure, I'm with my lunatic.
Sir Topus, go buddy.
Oh, hyperbole! How about you?
Hopest thou nothing but ladies?
There has a man though wrong, Sir Topus. Do not think I am mad. They've kept me here horrible dark.
Why, Malvo, endeavor thyself to say, Bibble, say'st thou, Stark?
As hell, sir.
My parents is very and clear of the Ebony. Yes.
I'm Master Topus. This house is dark.
Nay, there no darkness but ignorance in which thou art more in that fog.
I say this house were dark is ignorance, but only if that ignorance is hell. And I commended so notoriously used. I am no more mad now. Make the trial of it in any kind.
What thinkest thou of the opinion of thy case?
I think, noble soul, that our random might inhibit a would.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think noble soul opinion.
Very well. We go, silly. Compass thou this madam. Very well.
Thou art most absurd.
Nay, I'm all watchers.
Voices. And if thou seest find him, for I were conveniently delivered, my word would be so. I can no longer is very come, Amber.
tell you Robin, tell me how he does. It's unkind.
Fool!
That's what she said.
I say,
She was enough. Who called her?
good fool, thou wilt ever desire. I only took pen and ink, as I gently for it.
Master Malvolio.
I, good fool.
Sir, you just got wits.
Fool, never has a man been so notoriously wrong. I'm as
How can you be mad indeed, you bearing your wet fools?
They have in darkness, mystery, asses, and wits.
Well, sir.
Careful what you say. The minister.
Oh, your mouth go. I wish I was just sleeping. Bibble bell. Maintain no word of him.
I, sir, not I, sir. Good and
I will, sir. I will.
Fool, I say.
Alas, sir. I am sent for speaking to you.
Fool, with my letter, I'm as well as in this hand I am. Now, good fool, a candle, paper, pen, and ink, and say what I shall set down to my lady. It's more than ever the bearing of letters.
I am indeed counterfeit.
I am not.
how narrow my friends. Or when you paper.
Good fool, I'll in the high degree. I breathe on.
I am under and then on, sir, and I'll be with you again to dress. Like the life to stay with the rap. Cry top to the hill. Like a mad eye. Get thy nails down. You, good man devil.
This is the this pearl she gave me. I do feel it and see it. And yet, 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus. 'Tis not madness. Yet there he was. There I found to credit that he did greatly seek me. I was counseling my doing answer. For though my soul is with no madness, yet accident and but fortune, all discourse, the way we persuades me. Yet, for so, she came into her followers, taking back such a smooth, discreet, and stay bearing as I teach you. There's something deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Not this hastily. If you know, push it, try. Of it, that I don't and live at peace. Do you say?
Follow this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth.
Lead the way, good father. Heaven will shine that they may fairly know this good month.
Now let me see the letter. I say be another rest. Okay. Do not deceive me. This is my dog, and in recompense my dog.
I, sir, so.
How dost thou rule?
Please, sir, better for my foes and worse for my friends.
For thy friends.
No, sir, theirs.
How can that be?
Maybe, sir. They pray and they can ask me. Now, my friends tell me something and all myself when I'm abused. If you are for negative, make for two. Better for my foes and the worm.
I true.
Sir, no, please, friends.
Well, I'm not the worst. There's gold.
Ever double dealing?
Well,
Once and let her obey.
we're so much sinners to be a gold dealer.
Oh, it's a good joke. It's a good point. And it's the third for all.
Druglex is a good dripping measure as I said.
May put you 1, 2, 3.
You can fool no more money out of it. If you bring me
Mary, still up on your bounty to come again. We, sir,
Have you filled our desire of having covetousness?
what do you say? Let your be taken that. Yes. No. Here comes that rescue.
that is his, I remember well. Yes, you smeared all these Vulcans in the war opposed the capital. Shall we act on right? No to bottom of my at the very end, cried to him.
Or St. Antonio, that took the and brought the candy, and this is he that did the tiger roar, when your death was like, here streets of shame and rebel, did we enter.
He did kindly drew me upon side. Illusion, but strange speech. I know not what 'twas, but distracted.
Noble Irish, thou salt water. What flew to their mercies? Whom in turn knows?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you mean so many people how I confess on now. Orsino's name. The witchcraft drew me here. That grateful boy there by your side. The roots using my state. A rat, Tony! Hitherto act restraint, my love, and dedication.
Mention ghostly clad from which the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcomed, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He indeed finished his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing less to serve us happy both, do not embrace me until each circumstance of time, place, and fortune do cohere and jump that. I am Viola, which to prove, I'll bring you to a captain in this very town where lies my maiden's weeds. It was by his gentle help that I was preserved to serve this noble count. All occurrences of my fortune since hath been between this lord and this lady.
So comes it, lady, that you have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said 1,000 times, thou shouldest never love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul, as doth the orb the continent in fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hands, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did first bring me ashore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio's suite. He is a gentleman, and a follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him.
Fetch Malvolio hither.
Yet, alas, I do remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own clearly banished his. How does he, Sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at stakes end as well as any man in Illyria may do. Has here a letter to you.
I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it delivers not so much when they are delivered.
Well, open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
By the Lord, man!
How? Art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your lady will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
I prithee, read it in thy right wits.
So I do, good Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read as thus. Therefore, perpend, my dear princess, and give ear.
Read it you, Sirrah.
By the Lord, madame, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to do the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. Madly used, Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
Go, Fabian, fetch him hither. If it so please my lord, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife, we shall crown the alliance on it, at my house and by my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done to him, so much beneath the metal of your sex, and so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. And since you called me master for so long, you shall from this time be known as your master's mistress.
A sister, you or she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, the very same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse this letter. You cannot now deny it is in your hand. Write from it if you can in hand or phrase, or say, 'tis not your seal, or 'tis not your invention. But you can none of this, can you? So grant me this, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered, and to wear yellow stockings, and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and following this in some obedient manner, suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in darkness, visited by a priest, and made the most notorious geck in gold that e'er invention laid eyes on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. though I do confess, much like the character. But out of question, 'tis another's hand. Now I do bethink me it was the ladies first told me thou was mad, then came in smiling in such forms were presupposed upon thee in the letter. I prithee, be content. When we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the judge and plaintiff of thine own cause.
Dear madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor brawl come to taint the current condition of this present hour in which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not. Most freely, I confess. Myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts, it was followed through. The ladies writ the letter in Sir Toby's great importance, whereof in recompense he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed. May it pluck on laughter, then revenge, that be the injuries justly weighed, and on both sides past.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some men are born great. Some men achieve greatness, and some men have greatness thrust upon them.
We were once in this interlude one good Sir Tropus, but that's all one. By the Lord, fools, I am not mad.
But do you remember, madam, why smile you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings its revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He has been most notoriously abused.
Oh, pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not yet told us of the captain. When that is known and the golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Cesario, come, for so you shall as you are to man, but when other have it seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
Great while ago the world begun with a hey ho, but that's all one our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day with a hey ho, the wind and the rain, and we'll strive to please you every day.